I wanted to comment on the Mo'Nique thing. I was on YouTube on the internet, just wondering like, what the fuck happened to Mo'Nique? She was cold as shit, you know. And so I started watching the videos, and the last thing I seen her do, she ain't got the show no more, and I ain't been seeing shit about her, and just wondering what happened to her basically. And seen her on some videos, and she had won the Oscar, and I see her saying all this stuff about, they said she got blackballed. That's the first video I seen, and I was like, blackballed? What the fuck? I listened to the blackballed thing. Some dude was saying some shit like, this dude, the conspiracy dude, talking about she some white supremacist shit. And at first I was just listening at first, but after I've seen the whole thing, I'm like, man, it wasn't no motherfucking white supremacy type shit. It wasn't no she got blackballed, none of that shit. She made a bad business choice, okay? That was bad business. Now, first of all, I don't want nobody to think that I don't like Mo'Nique or I hate on her in any kind of way. The bitch is cold, nigga. She's a genius, okay? She's funny as shit. She good with people. And shit, she deserved the fucking Oscar. She cold as shit, okay? So I ain't got nothing negative to say about her. Other than I was listening to her speak on the whole situation, okay? She said that she did the movie, and I guess they got the Oscar buzz or whatever, and she did everything that she was supposed to do contractually, everything she was supposed to do according to her contract. She did that, and then all of a sudden the studio, I guess, wanted her to promote the movie, the Oscar, for the Oscar buzz, I guess, the campaign basically for the Oscar, I guess that's what it was, and they wanted her to do something in France, and they wanted her to promote it for free, and so the studio calls her, and they call one time, she declined. They call again, she declined. They call a third time, her husband says, the studio says, well, how much would it, they didn't say how much, they said, what would it take to get her to France? And the husband said, is there some money on the table? I guess, so is there some paper on the table? And when they was like, nah, you got to do it free. And he was like, nah, we decline. Okay. Then she tells of a situation where Tyler Perry, she said, called her to his dressing room, I guess. She said he had 1 million motherfuckers in his dressing room, and he cleared the whole goddamn room out just so he could talk to her straight up. And she said the only person she had in there with her was her security, because she said she wanted some more witnesses to hear the conversation. And he told her, look, if you do the campaign thing he said you should rethink doing the campaign thing. That's what he said. He said, because if you are nominated for the Oscar, you'll get between $3 and $5 million your next movie. And he said, if you get the Oscar, you'll get between $6 million and $8. $6 million and $8 million your next movie, okay? And she starts talking about how much are they gonna pay her to do the fucking campaign. And she even made a comment about, well, shit, you can pay me. And he was like, well, I ain't in the business just writing checks, Okay, so so basically she said the whole thing was about money. Okay? That's conflicting. Because at first she said, I wanted to spend some time with my family. I got a strained relationship with my son, and I didn't want to do that to my other kids. First she said it was about family and being a wife. Then she turned around and said it really got to do that they didn't want to fucking pay her. Okay? This is how I look at it. There's no way you can be Mo'Nique. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't care what Mo'Nique say. I don't care what nobody say. There is no way you can have Oscar-winning talent in your body and not know that you that fucking talented. Okay, even to have that degree, she had to know that she had that. When she read the script, Mo'Nique knew, I'm going to crush this shit because I feel it, because somehow she can relate to it. I didn't even heard her say shit like, she could relate to the character. She knew she was going to crush this shit. And there's no way you can be that talented in yourself and not know you have that kind of talent. Because this is how I know she had to know it. Because she said she took $50,000 for that role. Now, why would you take $50,000 for a role? Why would you take $50,000 for a role and you that fucking talented? Why would you take $50,000 for a role and you know, at least to some degree, you gotta know that you have Oscar-winning talent? So she's saying on something she didn't want to play the game, and I didn't want to play the game. But no, you started playing the game when you signed the check, because the only reason you would take $50,000, she knew without doubt she was taking less than she was worth when she took 50 G's. She had to know that. So if you started playing the game, you started playing the game then. You started playing the game when you signed the check to take 50 G's. Because the reason you took a low amount of money, which was 50 fucking G's, the reason she did that was because she believed in her own talent. And she wanted to showcase that shit in a movie. Because the whole goal was to, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to showcase my shit in this movie with this director because he's well known in Hollywood. The movie's going to do well. People will see my talent, and then I'll get bigger roles. And that's what she should have stuck to. She started playing the game, but didn't want to play the game all the way through. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you've seen the movie Precious and you've seen her performance, you know without doubt she deserved the fucking Oscar. Now, if you've seen her performance and you really think about it, if she would have did the going to the friends and the whole Oscar campaign shit for free, and some people would have been like, well, she getting fucked over by doing the Oscar campaign for free. And I say, okay, maybe she was getting fucked over. But she ain't near getting fucked over by doing the campaign for free as much as she got fucked over by signing a check for 50 G's. And you got Oscar-winning talent. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you compare the two, when you compare both things, you were like, shit, you got fucked when you signed for 50 G's. Because you should have got paid a nigga 10 times that nigga. Fuck 10 times. She should have got, what's 100 times 50,000? That's 5 million. She should have got 100 to 200 times that shit. Ain't that right? 10 times 50,000 is, yeah, she should have got way more than that, nigga. Maybe I did it the wrong way. Shit. Maybe I did too many zeros. But you understand the fuck. I didn't finish school, goddammit, and I ain't get a calculator. But I know she should have got paid at least 10 million. She should have got paid a gang of fucking money. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, that's what I'm saying. She should have got paid millions for that shit. And she knew she should have got more money. But she signed it. It was an investment. That's what she was doing. She was investing herself into a movie for 50 G's, thinking it would blow up into something else. Blow up into something bigger. Because that's what you're always doing. Everything you're doing in the business, you're doing it because it means it's an investment and you believe it means profit. That's what you're working for. You're working for profit. And she wasn't willing to do the Oscar campaign thing for free. She should have did it for free. Because if she would have did it for free, if you started playing the game when you signed a check for 50 and you knew you was taking a pay cut, you definitely was taking a cut for something and you had the chops for it, you had the talent, and you took 50 G's because you started playing the game and you was like, nigga, this gonna turn into something else because I'm good at what I do. You should have played the game all the way through to the end. All the way to when you were standing up there taking that Oscar, and then you would have been thanking all the right people. Then you could have talked shit later. But now instead, now we got to see her own shit, trying to defend herself, and basically just talking a lot of shit because she made a bad choice. She made a bad business choice. Now, I ain't saying a person, sometimes you do got to play the game. Now, don't try to tell me she say, oh, we don't want to play the game. We don't want, no, whatever. You did want to play the game because when you signed a check for 50 G's, you was playing the game because you took a pay cut. You was taking a chance you was taking a chance by signing a check for 50 G's because you knew you was worth more than that. You knew you had the talent. You knew your talent was more than that. I'm sure you value your talent as worth more than 50,000. I'm sure she did. Now, when I say play the game a little, I ain't saying sell the fuck out though. Like like Dave Chappelle, he spoke on something. He said they wanted him to play a woman or wear a dress or some shit in one of his movies, and he was like, man, I'm not wearing no fucking dress, man. And he said then the pressure started, and dude comes in the trailer and they trying to talk him into doing it. He like, no. Now, I ain't saying play the game in that way. I ain't saying wear the fucking dress, Dave. I'm like, nah, fuck that. He said, I'm a comedian. I'm good at what I do. God damn it. Write some other shit. I'll make it work. Fuck wearing a dress. I'm not doing that. And so they kept trying to pressure him, and the motherfucker he stuck it to his guns. Now, in that situation, I believe that's what you're supposed to do. Okay? That's what you ain't supposed to. But if a nigga say, well, I told him I ain't wearing no fucking dress, but then I was like, how much y'all gonna pay me to wear the dress? Y'all gonna pay me some extra money? Because then I'll be like, oh, hold the fuck up. I thought it was about the principle of not wearing a dress. Now you gonna ask him how much money? But he didn't do that. He didn't give a fuck how much money they were gonna pay him. He was sticking to his guns. So she just made a bad business choice, for real. That's what it was. And she should just own up to it. Now, hopefully, I mean, she's undeniably talented, so hopefully she'll get a chance to do some other stuff. Somebody will work with her and give her another opportunity, because I heard she said herself that they gave her another. Lee Daniels said she's brilliant, and she is, and so they sent her a script to do the butler, to play a part in the butler, and then they wanted her. She said that they wanted her to play in. They wanted her to play the part of I think the girl on the Empire. She could have played that lead role, and so I mean, she got the talent, and so if somebody was to invest in her talent, they're gonna get their money back. They're gonna make a profit. So hopefully somebody will see that and invest in her talent, and she'll once again have an opportunity to bless us with some of her work, man. But after watching the videos, it wasn't about her. It wasn't about her kids. It wasn't about spending some time. It wasn't about what. It was about getting some money, and she thought she should get paid. She didn't get paid. She made a bad business choice, and now she's dealing with the consequences of that bad business choice. And that's all it really is. And that's really all I got to say about it. Thank y'all for taking the time to listen to my bullshit and my ranting. Thank y'all.